translation book, rearing violently, it struck at Heliodorus with his forefeet. Oh, the horse struck him with his forefeet. The rider was seen to be accoutred entirely in gold. Ah, the forerunner of who? Sir Galahad in the Arthur stories. He comes accoutred in gold. Two other young men of outstanding strength. Who are they? Oh, the two angels in Jesus' tomb saying, he has already gone before you to Galilee. Two other young men in outstanding strength and radiant beauty, magnificently apparelled, appeared to him at the same time, and taking their stand on either side, flogged him unremittingly, and stroke after stroke. Was very, very dramatic. Suddenly Heliodorus fell to the ground, enveloped in thick darkness, and he was just about to die, prostrate under the divine visitation. You're supposed to have read this, you guys. I'm not supposed to do all the work in this class. You're supposed to do something. And it goes on there, line 31. Some of Heliodorus' companions quickly begged Onias to call upon the Most High to bestow life on the man lying at the very point of death. The high priest, afraid the king might suspect the Jews of some foul play concerning this situation, did indeed offer a sacrifice for the man's recovery, and while the high priest was performing the rite of atonement, the same young men again appeared to Heliodorus wearing the same apparel, standing beside him, said, "Be grateful to Onias the high priest, since it is for his sake that the Lord has granted you your life. And as for you who have been scourged from heaven, you must proclaim to all men the grandeur of God's power." So saying them, okay, they vanished. So this is why this book doesn't have a great reputation, because of episodes like that. But if you get rid of the charged emotion and clearly literary parts of it and just stick to the historical data, I think some of it is more reliable than one map. This book, if you've read it, and I don't want to ask how many have read it because I see almost none of you have. If you've read it, I don't want to embarrass you and make you say yes when you say no. If you've read it, it ends where? With Judas Maccabee's great victories and being given the messianic battle sword by who? In other words, it's kind of almost like a messianic book in honor of Judas Maccabee. He gets the messianic battle sword from the prophet Jeremiah and Onias. Onias has already been killed. He has been executed by the Seleucids. You all understand who the Seleucids are. We're not going to go over that again. In Syria and the Ptolemies in Egypt are struggling here. By this time, the Seleucids are on the rise and in control of a lot of this area. So we have a huge picture from chapter 4 onwards of the infighting here, of the situation before the coming of Judas. Let us go back here. God. Let's go back here to line 19. My Bible makes it easy for me to find these things because of the titles. You have the same Bible. It really is easy, isn't it, to go back and find these things. If you've just got a Bible as a single narrative, you're dead in the water. You can't jump around, like that Bible you have with the 2 columns. I know it's cheaper, but the point of the matter is you just can't find anything. And that's why this kind of Bible that I have recommended to you, somehow, look at this, I can just whip back and I can find it. Here it is, 19, the compiler's preface, here are my titles here. I can find my stuff lickety-split. I just recommend, if you care about Bible studies, get yourself a Bible that'll help you study, not that you lose everything that you're trying to remember and that you can't find. This Bible, I've always felt, is the best laid out Bible I've ever seen. Of course, they stopped printing it. I guess it was too good. It was produced by the École Biblique in Jerusalem. Supposedly my inveterate enemies. I've been selling them Bibles for 35 years, helping them support themselves. They never gave me any credit for selling their Bible all over the Western world. I think they should give me. A bonus. What do you give people who are good salesmen? You give them not just a raise. What do you give them?
Commission.
A commission or a bonus, some prize. They should give instead of contempt and anger and hatred, I'd like some love, some charity. Okay, so having said all of that, the story of Judas Maccabees and his brother, the purification of the great temple, the dedication of the altar, line 1920 of chapter 2, together with the wars against Antiochus Epiphanes and his son Eupator, and manifestations from heaven, which we just read, one of them, that came to hearten the brave champions of Judaism. So that few though they were, they despoiled the whole country, routed the barbarian hordes, recovered the sanctuary, renowned the world over, liberated the city, reestablished the laws, which were all but abolished, the Lord showing his favors by all his gracious help. And this was condensed from a book by Jason of Cyrene in, how many chapters or books? 5 books. Where's Cyrene? Where's Cyrene? No. I hope everything I say to you guys doesn't go in one ear and out the other. Because then I'm just wasting my time bothering to tell you these things. And you might as well just live in a Madonna, Britney Spears world of, marijuana fog. It seems to me that what Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. If everything I say is going to go in one ear and out the other, then we just might as well, watch a Britney Spears video or something, and we might as well skip all this. But hopefully, since it is going to stay in your brain, Cyrene is the area in the North Africa west of Egypt, what we presently call Libya, and the Greeks called it Cyrenaica. I don't know if you've ever seen those things on the History Channel when the British are fighting for, I forget the seaport it was that they got beaten by Rommel. What was the name of that battle? Tobruk? Tobruk? Yeah. They always say, and in this, because the British are classicists, and they always say, in the desert of Cyrenaica, Rommel's troops are pouring their tanks across, and we're hanging out in Tobruk. That's in Libya. There's a lot of good archaeological ruins along the coast there of Libya. By the way, since we're talking about movies, how many have seen that Patton movie? That was an Academy Award winner in the 70s. There's one scene there, I think, where Patton goes out and looks at the ruins of Carthage. I think I mentioned to you, if I didn't. That is present-day Tunisia. That's the next country over.